Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. The earth where we live, which we live, that is having so much variations, so much diversity is there. It is a land of diversity. Generally, diversity means what do we think? We think that actually we know that oceans and continents, that variation is there. That diversity. In that continents also, mountains, plains, plateaus, deserts, all this we are observing on this continent. Is it right? Then, one more aspect which have so much variation in diversity that we will discuss in this lesson. That is the diversity in temperature. Diversity in temperature. Did you observe any variation in temperature? Yes, we observe. If we observe, it is hot, it is cool in the morning time. It is cool in the morning time. And it is hot and some warm in the daytime. And getting cooler in the night time. Is it right or not? In a single day we are observing all this. Cool, warm and cooler. And some zones are there. In where we get a warm throughout the year. And in some areas cool every year throughout the year. Throughout the year. That is a equatorial region. If you observe equatorial region, throughout the year it is warmer. In the polar region, throughout the year it is cool. Means temperatures varies from place to place. This shows diversity. And temperature and rainfall. Based upon the temperature only, we will get a rainfall. It means rainfall depends upon the temperature. These are linked up. Temperature and rainfall. We need all the living beings needed water. That water is how we are getting that water from rainfall. There was a link between the temperature and rainfall. And how this rainfall will get? What is the connection with this to the temperature? We will learn. That way, to learn that, we should learn about the sun's rays. Sun's rays and energy. Sun's rays and energy. How do we get energy? Our human beings particularly. We get energy by taking food. Is it right? Then, what is the main source of all the energies? That is the sun. The sun is the main source of all the energies. It is a storehouse and it is a powerhouse of all the energies. By this only, we are able to get all the energy. Then, constantly, the sun is releasing some energy. Constantly, the sun is releasing some energy. That energy we call it as a solar radiation. What is that? Solar radiation. Generally, the energy emitted by one object we will call radiation. The energy emitted by solar, that we call as a radiation. What the earth is doing? The earth is receiving that solar radiation. Then we call that as insulation. What do we call? Insulation. The energy emitted by sun is called solar radiation. That solar radiation received by the earth, we call it as a insulation. In the name of a solar radiation, we are getting so many things. Particularly, maybe we feel and we see some light and heat from the sun what we are getting. But some of the rays we are unable to identify, that is UV rays. UV rays and some of the hot rays which causes damage to us, that also emitted by the sun. But what our earth surface is doing, some of the sun's rays are reflected in the atmosphere itself. Nearly 1/3 of the sun's rays reflected in the atmosphere only. In the atmosphere itself it will be reflected. In that 2/3 also fully not absorbed by the earth. If anything happens, if any destruction in the atmosphere, then only that sun's rays will reach the earth surface. Then it will be some damage to the earth. But by the help of the atmosphere, we are able to stop that UV rays and which are poisonous, which are harmful, not poisonous, harmful rays. They are not reaching our earth. If this sun rays is falling on the earth, no, then what will happen on the equator? If it is a 90 degree angle, if the sun rays are falling on the equator, then it will be slant on the 0 degree. If it is a 90 degree angle that rays are, then what will happen? The sun rays are slant in the polar region. Slant in the polar region. It is 90 degree in the equatorial region, and in the polar region it is a slant. Then what will happen in this area, equatorial region, throughout year warm, and also throughout year after midday, what will happen? It receives a good amount of rainfall. It receives good amount of rainfall, and that areas also marshy, wet and marshy, that areas near the equator. And in the polar region, the slant rays are there now, so there won't be no rainfall. There won't be no rainfall. If it is there also, it is a very less percentage. Very less percentage of the rainfall. That's why only this polar region is not suitable to grow any plant kingdom, because it is covered with the snow. No water. So it won't give chance to raise any plant there. It is a temperature is there on the equatorial region, warm temperature that too, and along with that rainfall also there. So a good vegetation is there in the equatorial region. Do you know, in some areas, to grow that crops or vegetables or plants, they will create greenhouses. In that, they create artificial atmosphere to grow the plants. Through that, they are able to get all the types of crops in that zone. That we call as a greenhouse. All the crops, vegetables and fruits, whatever, they will grow by creating artificial atmosphere. Then there is to know the temperature. There was one reason is there. One cause is there, that is a land-water contrast. Based upon that land and water also, the temperatures will differ. The areas which are very close to the sea, on the sea coast, the temperatures are moderate. If we are away from the seashore or water park, the temperatures are different. Okay, in the next class we will discuss the remaining part of the lesson. Thank you.